Hi. Today I'm going to talk about a topic of interest, and that's being a consumer of things. Right now, I'm a big consumer. Well, I've always been a big consumer of technology, and has been a really big interest of mine for a long time. And I use YouTube a lot, and I look at a lot of videos, read some articles on certain um, products that I'm interested in, looking at the reviews, seeing how they function, if I could use it, if it's gonna work for what I want, and things like that. And there's so much information on YouTube concerning that, and it's great that it's there because that's more information for me to draw upon from other people's point of view. The benchmarks and things that they do is great. It gives me information to make um, an intelligent choice or a more informed choice to say. And one of the biggest things that seems to be touted or spoken about is gaming, the gaming industry, for instance. A lot of the computer chips and the graphics cards are leaning more towards the gaming industry and monitors at high refresh rates and things like that. A lot of information there on how different products work, if it works best, and so forth. And it got me to thinking uh, that there's so much people consuming the products or talking about the products, but I've never heard anyone in all the videos that I've watched and on some of these things that interest me about not just consuming the product, but owning the product. And you may ask, what do you mean? Owning the product. Well, a lot of these companies, they sell stock. They're publicly traded companies. AMD is publicly traded. Intel is publicly traded. There are a few others out there. MediaTek. I think I'm not sure, but Nvidia might be. Yeah, Nvidia does trade as well on a stock market. So if we are capable of spending, say, $1,000 for a Titan X, for instance, or whatever the price is now, making this video roughly around 1,000, maybe a little bit more. It is safe to say that we are able to set aside maybe $200-$300 to invest in the company. So we're looking at the AMD processor. They trade. Aside from just buying a processor, set aside some money and buy some ownership in the company, where you have the potential to make some money, rather than just purchasing or consuming the product. And that is the way of thinking I would like to introduce for any aspect of life in general. But since my interest right now is the technology stuff, I'm using that as the example, but it could be applied to anything. So, it's just something to think about. I figure if I'm able to spend $1,000 on a particular product, or an ASUS motherboard or something like that, or a Gigabyte motherboard, see if they sell stocks, if they are publicly traded, and if they do, hey, most people know the product. The people that you build these rigs, they know these products. They know the history of the products. They know the bad ones, the good ones, the progression of it, and which means they're more qualified than me to decide whether, hey, this is a company worth investing in, or this company, maybe, because of the history of the products, the trajectory into the future, what new products are coming out. So, those of you that know these products inside and out, you know the architecture, you know the materials used, you know the direction in which some of these companies are going and thinking about using the technology or evolving it to make it even better for gaming, for workstations, for servers. You know this stuff. consider not just buying the products, consider also owning the product by buying shares of stock in the company, preferably the ones that gives out dividends, because then your money will grow. You will be able to, in the form of additional stocks or cash every year. So hopefully this helps. If you want me to talk about this a little bit more, in a little more detail, possibly do a video on how to get started in the stock market and things like that, leave your comment below. Subscribe and like the video if you like it, because it'll help me make more video, more through the encouragement to make more videos like this. Hope this helps.